Hello and welcome to IB Times TV. I'm Sally Turner, joined here today with C&D editor Nadine Danino to discuss a designer's process. Now Nadine, you got to meet with Zang Toi, one of the biggest designers at New York Fashion Week, for over an hour as he kind of discussed the whole process from start to finish with his Spring 2014 collection. There was obviously a lot of steps, but which was the most surprising?
In terms of most surprising, you would think that a designer comes up with an idea and then immediately sketches it down so that they don't forget it. But Zang, being the showman he is, he actually comes up with his own process, which is he has an idea, which this season was based on ballet. And then from there, he called it like writing a mini movie script, where he actually sketched out how his show would run. That's well before he even figured out what the designs would look like. And it was very interesting for him that it's all about putting on a show and making his audience feel very happy, and then creations from there.
He is quite a showman. He's kind of become famous for that. We saw firsthand. It was brilliant. But in terms of the most important step, obviously it's going to be hard to pick, but which would you say would be the most important?
I think it is really difficult to pick that. I would say, from what I understand, he always knows what he wants. So normally I would say maybe the sketching process would be the most important. Just to get all of your ideas out. When you're such a brilliant mind like he is, you want to just get everything out and make sure that you know what you're talking about. But I think for Zang, it's all about the detailing. So once he already has his idea and he's going through all the steps from there, looking at certain things and correcting it. He actually corrects live on models, which is very interesting. Most designers don't do that. He has a house model that he does actual corrections on and looks through every detail. So I think for Zang, that's probably the most important step.
And he does have kind of a personal relationship with the models that we saw as well. Gigi, he's very good friends with them. Do you think that's something unique in the fashion industry?
Absolutely. He has a team of people that he just utterly trusts and uses them, and I think that's why his shows are so seamless.
And he does have a 5-month process. It does take that long, a long amount of time. But what would you say is the most important person or thing to him during that process?
Well, in his own words, I think his most important thing are the Zang Toi angels. They're very, very, very important to his process. He has a bunch of assistants that he has adorable nicknames for, by the way, that are dressed head to toe in Zang Toi every day as they work for him. So I think his team is what keeps him going. He's the visionary, he's the creative genius, but he couldn't, and he would admit this himself, he couldn't make that happen if it wasn't for such a great team. Most of them, which have been there for, one woman has been there for 24 and a half years.
Wow.
So he's just had, very, very, very lots of experience with these teams.
Yeah. And finally, as well as getting a sneak peek and then being at the show, you also got to see the run through. So that is like, an hour before the show, the models come out and he kind of does the final touches before showtime. What kind of decisions did you see him make then?
It's actually crazy. In 60 minutes, the Zang Toi really made his show happen. It's crazy. I mean, of course, the clothes took 5 months, but in that 60 minutes, he did lighting, he instructed how the model should walk, coached them personally, dressed them himself. He spoke with the hair and makeup artists about how exactly he wanted the hair from, this piece is out of place, or that girl, her blue eyeliner needs to be a little bit darker. Everything happened at that point. It's actually crazy how much he got done in 60 minutes.
Well, he's a master of detail and tailoring, as we love him, Zang Toi. So thank you for your insight.
Thank you.